Jack was no ordinary nurse. He was a beacon of compassion in a busy hospital. Every patient, regardless of their background or condition, felt his warmth and dedication. Jack had a way of making people feel seen, valued, and cared for, which set him apart from his colleagues. His kindness was infectious, spreading a sense of calm and hope in the otherwise sterile environment. Despite the endless demands of his job, Jack always found time to offer a reassuring smile or a comforting word. Jack's commitment to his patients was unwavering. He treated each one with the same level of respect and care, whether they were in for a routine checkup or facing a life-threatening illness. His ability to connect with people on a human level made all the difference. Patients often requested Jack specifically, knowing they would receive the best care possible. His gentle touch and attentive nature turned even the most anxious moments into manageable experiences. In the chaotic world of the hospital, Jack was a pillar of stability. His colleagues often marveled at his ability to remain calm under pressure. It wasn't just his skills as a nurse that stood out. It was his empathy and genuine concern for others. Jack's dedication went beyond the call of duty, making late-night rounds to check on patients and ensuring they were comfortable. His actions spoke louder than words, earning him the admiration and respect of those around him. Jack's compassion didn't stop at the hospital doors. He volunteered at local shelters and community centers, extending his caring nature to those in need outside of work. His commitment to helping others was a testament to his character. Jack believed that everyone deserved kindness and care, regardless of their circumstances. This belief drove him to make a difference wherever he could, touching countless lives along the way. His colleagues often joked that Jack had a heart too big for his own good, but Jack didn't mind. He knew that his compassion was his greatest strength. It allowed him to connect with people on a deeper level, understanding their fears and hopes. Jack's ability to empathize with his patients made him an exceptional nurse and a cherished friend. His unwavering kindness was a light in the darkness for many who felt lost or alone. One evening, after a long shift, Jack encountered a sight that would change his life forever. On his way home, he noticed a man lying on the sidewalk, clearly in distress. Jack's instinct kicked in immediately. Without a second thought, he knelt beside the man, checking for signs of injury. Despite his exhaustion, Jack knew he couldn't just walk away. This man needed help, and Jack was determined to provide it. Ignoring the curious glances of passers-by, Jack called for an ambulance. He stayed by the man's side, offering words of comfort and reassurance. It was moments like these that defined Jack's character. He saw a person in need, not just another task. His compassion drove him to act, regardless of the circumstances. Jack knew that his actions could make a world of difference for this stranger. As they waited for the ambulance, Jack learned that the man's name was Tom. Tom was disheveled and in pain, but there was a spark of gratitude in his eyes. Jack's presence gave him a sense of hope amidst his suffering. It was clear that Tom had been through a lot, and Jack's heart went out to him. He promised to stay with Tom until help arrived, offering a lifeline of support in his darkest hour. When the ambulance finally arrived, Jack insisted on accompanying Tom to the hospital. He couldn't bear the thought of leaving him alone. This decision would mark the beginning of a profound journey for both men. Jack's colleagues were puzzled by his decision to personally oversee Tom's care, but Jack was undeterred. He saw something in Tom that others didn't, a soul in desperate need of compassion and care. Jack's unwavering dedication to his patients was about to be tested in ways he couldn't have imagined. As he navigated the challenges of caring for Tom, Jack's true character shone through. His kindness and empathy became a beacon of hope, not just for Tom, but for everyone who witnessed their story. Jack's actions would soon inspire those around him, proving that one person's compassion could change the world. Jack's journey with Tom was just beginning. The road ahead would be filled with obstacles and challenges, but Jack was ready. He knew that his compassion was his greatest strength, and he was determined to use it to make a difference. As they entered the hospital together, Jack couldn't help but feel a sense of purpose. This was what he was meant to do, to be a beacon of hope and kindness in a world that desperately needed it. Jack's commitment to helping others had led him to this moment. He knew that the journey ahead would be difficult, but he was ready to face it head-on. With Tom by his side, Jack felt a renewed sense of determination. He was more than just a nurse. He was a symbol of compassion and hope. Jack's story was just beginning, and he was ready to make a difference, one life at a time. As Jack prepared to care for Tom, he couldn't help but reflect on his journey. Every step had led him to this moment, and he was ready to embrace it fully. Jack knew that his compassion would guide him through the challenges ahead. With a deep breath, he stepped forward, ready to face whatever came next. The road was long, but Jack was determined to walk it with kindness and empathy, knowing that his actions could change lives. Walking home after another exhausting shift, Jack noticed a figure sprawled on the pavement. His medical instincts kicked in immediately. The man was disheveled and injured, clutching his side in pain. Despite his fatigue, Jack couldn't ignore the suffering before him. Ignoring the wary glances from passers-by, he knelt down to assess the situation. His heart ached seeing the man's condition, but Jack knew he had to help. As he gently tried to rouse the man, Jack asked, "Can you hear me? What's your name?" The man groaned, barely conscious, muttering something unintelligible. Jack's concern grew. He pulled out his phone and dialed for an ambulance, all the while speaking softly to the man, trying to keep him awake. Jack's compassion was unwavering, even as he faced the cold indifference of those around him. When the ambulance arrived, Jack insisted on riding along. He knew that this man, this stranger, needed more than just medical attention. He needed someone to care. The paramedics, initially skeptical, saw Jack's determination and relented. During the ride, Jack held the man's hand, whispering words of comfort. He learned the man's name was Tom, a revelation that seemed to bring a slight sense of peace to the injured man. Upon arriving at the hospital, Jack faced skepticism and outright ridicule from his colleagues. "Another lost cause," they muttered, shaking their heads. But Jack's resolve didn't waver. He stayed by Tom's side, ensuring he received the best care possible. He ignored the snickers and side comments, focusing solely on the task at hand. Jack's compassion was his guiding star, illuminating the path he knew he had to follow. In the following days, Jack dedicated himself to Tom's recovery. He spent extra hours monitoring his condition, advocating for the best treatments, and ensuring his comfort. Tom, still weak, began to respond to Jack's care. Slowly, he regained consciousness and strength, offering Jack glimpses into his life. The bond between them grew, fueled by Jack's unwavering kindness and Tom's emerging gratitude. Jack's colleagues couldn't understand his dedication. They saw Tom as just another transient, another burden on the system. But Jack saw a person in desperate need of compassion and care. He didn't care about the whispers or the judgmental looks. Jack's heart was set on helping Tom, no matter what. His belief in the power of kindness drove him forward, day after day, despite the growing opposition. One evening, as Jack prepared to leave for the night, he overheard a particularly harsh comment. "Why waste your time on someone like that?" a nurse sneered. Jack paused, feeling the sting of their words. But instead of responding in anger, he simply smiled. "Everyone deserves a chance," he replied softly, his conviction unshaken. Jack's kindness wasn't a choice. It was who he was, at his very core. Tom's condition continued to improve under Jack's diligent care. Every small victory, every step forward, reinforced Jack's belief in the importance of compassion. He saw the man behind the injuries, the soul behind the suffering. Tom wasn't just a patient. He was a human being with a story, one that Jack was determined to help rewrite. Jack's dedication was a beacon of hope, shining brightly in the hospital's sterile halls. As Tom regained his strength, he began to open up to Jack. Their conversations revealed a life marked by hardship and loss, but also by resilience and hope. Jack listened, offering support and understanding. He saw the potential for recovery, not just physically but emotionally. Tom's trust in Jack grew, and with it, his will to fight and get better. Jack's compassion was the lifeline Tom desperately needed. Despite the ongoing skepticism from his colleagues, Jack's commitment never wavered. He knew he was making a difference, one small act of kindness at a time. The hospital, once a place of judgment and indifference, began to feel a little warmer, a little more hopeful. Jack's actions were a testament to the power of empathy, inspiring those who took the time to notice. His dedication was slowly changing minds and hearts. One day, as Jack walked into Tom's room, he found him sitting up, a faint smile on his face. "Thank you," Tom said, his voice filled with emotion. "You didn't have to help me, but you did." Jack's heart swelled with pride and gratitude. This moment, this simple acknowledgement, made all the struggles worthwhile. Jack knew that his compassion had made a real difference, not just in Tom's life, but in his own. As Tom's recovery progressed, Jack couldn't help but reflect on their journey. It had been challenging, filled with moments of doubt and frustration. But through it all, Jack's compassion had guided him, lighting the way even in the darkest times. He realized that helping Tom wasn't just about medical care. It was about restoring hope and dignity. Jack's unwavering kindness had transformed a life, proving that compassion could indeed change the world. Tom's presence in the hospital became a symbol of resilience and hope. Jack's colleagues, once skeptical, began to see the impact of his dedication. Slowly, the atmosphere started to shift. People became a little kinder, a little more patient. Jack's compassion had sparked something profound, a reminder that everyone deserved a chance at kindness. His journey with Tom was far from over, but Jack knew they were on the right path together. Despite Jack's relentless dedication to Tom's care, the ridicule from his colleagues only intensified. They couldn't understand why he would waste his time on a homeless man with no apparent future. Jack, however, remained steadfast. He saw the humanity in Tom, recognizing that his worth wasn't defined by his circumstances. Every day, Jack provided meticulous care, ensuring Tom received the best treatment possible, despite the ongoing mockery. The laughter and sneers from other hospital staff were hard to ignore. "Why bother with a lost cause?" they would say, shaking their heads. But Jack was undeterred. His empathy for Tom transcended the superficial judgments of his peers. Jack knew that compassion didn't come with conditions. It was something you gave freely, especially to those who needed it most. He continued his work with unwavering focus and determination. Jack's bond with Tom deepened as the days went by. He would sit by Tom's bed, listening to his stories and offering words of encouragement. The more Jack learned about Tom's past, the more his respect for him grew. Tom had faced unimaginable hardships, yet he still held onto a glimmer of hope. Jack's kindness was like a balm for Tom's wounded spirit, helping him find strength he didn't know he had. Every small improvement in Tom's condition felt like a victory to Jack. He celebrated each milestone, no matter how minor, with genuine joy. Jack's colleagues watched in bewilderment as he invested so much of himself into Tom's recovery. Their skepticism didn't deter Jack. It only fueled his resolve. He was determined to show that compassion could make a difference, even if others couldn't see it. Jack's efforts didn't go unnoticed by everyone. Some of his colleagues began to see the positive changes in Tom and started to question their initial judgments. They saw the power of Jack's empathy and began to understand that everyone deserved a chance at kindness. Slowly, a few of them started to offer their support, albeit cautiously. Jack's unwavering dedication was beginning to change minds, one step at a time. Through all the ridicule, Jack found solace in the bond he had formed with Tom. Their friendship was built on mutual respect and trust. Tom, once a silent and withdrawn figure, started to open up more each day. He shared stories of his life, his dreams, and his regrets. Jack listened with an open heart, offering understanding and compassion. Their connection was a testament to the transformative power of kindness. Jack's evenings were often spent researching ways to help Tom beyond just his physical recovery. He sought out resources for housing and job training, hoping to give Tom a fresh start once he was well enough. Jack's compassion wasn't limited to the confines of the hospital. It extended into every aspect of Tom's life. He wanted to see Tom not just survive, but thrive. This goal became his driving force. Despite the challenges, Jack's faith in the power of compassion never wavered. He knew that every act of kindness, no matter how small, had the potential to change a life. His dedication to Tom was a living example of this belief. Jack's actions spoke volumes, demonstrating that true care went beyond medical treatment. It was about seeing the person behind the patient and offering them hope and dignity. The ridicule from his colleagues continued, but Jack had learned to tune it out. He focused on the positive impact he was making on Tom's life. Each day brought new challenges, but also new opportunities for growth and understanding. Jack's compassion was a constant, unwavering force, guiding him through the ups and downs. He knew that his efforts were making a difference, even if not everyone could see it. Tom's progress was slow but steady. He started to gain strength, both physically and emotionally. Jack's consistent support was a key factor in his recovery. The bond between them grew stronger with each passing day. Tom's gratitude was palpable, and it fueled Jack's determination to continue fighting for him. Jack's compassion had created a safe space for Tom to heal, something that no amount of ridicule could diminish. The transformation in Tom was evident to those who took the time to look. Jack's colleagues began to see the man behind the patient, recognizing his potential for recovery and growth. Jack's unwavering dedication had made them rethink their initial judgments. Compassion, they realized, had the power to change lives in ways they hadn't anticipated. Jack's actions were a powerful reminder of the importance of empathy in healthcare. Jack's journey with Tom was far from over. He knew there would be more challenges ahead, but he was ready to face them. His compassion had already made a profound impact, and he was determined to continue his work. Jack's belief in the power of kindness was unshakable. He had seen firsthand how it could transform lives, and he was committed to being a beacon of hope for those who needed it most. As Jack prepared for another day at the hospital, he couldn't help but feel a sense of purpose. His work with Tom had reaffirmed his belief in the power of compassion. Despite the ridicule and challenges, Jack's dedication remained unwavering. He was ready to continue his journey, guided by the belief that every act of kindness, no matter how small, could change the world. Jack's story was far from over, and he was determined to make a difference, one life at a time. Tom's recovery, though slow, was a testament to Jack's unwavering dedication. Each day, Tom regained a bit more strength, a bit more hope. Jack was there for every step, ensuring Tom received the best care possible. The bond between them grew stronger, built on trust and mutual respect. Tom, once a silent figure, began to share pieces of his life with Jack, revealing a past filled with both hardship and resilience. As Tom started to recover, he often expressed his gratitude to Jack. "You've given me a second chance," he said one morning, his voice thick with emotion. Jack simply smiled, replying, "You're doing all the hard work, Tom. I'm just here to help." These moments of connection reinforced Jack's belief in the power of compassion. He saw the man behind the wounds, recognizing Tom's inherent worth and potential. During their conversations, Tom began to reveal more about his past. He spoke of lost opportunities, family struggles, and the harsh realities of life on the streets. Jack listened intently, offering empathy and understanding. He realized that Tom's journey had been one of immense difficulty, but also incredible strength. Jack's compassion provided a safe space for Tom to open up and begin to heal emotionally as well as physically. The hospital staff began to notice the change in Tom. His once hollow eyes now sparkled with a glimmer of hope. Jack's colleagues, who had initially mocked his efforts, started to see the positive impact of his dedication. Tom's recovery was slow but steady, a testament to the power of compassionate care. Jack's unwavering support was transforming not only Tom's life, but also the attitudes of those around them. Jack made sure to celebrate every small victory in Tom's recovery. Whether it was sitting up on his own or taking a few steps, each milestone was acknowledged with genuine joy. Tom's progress was a source of pride for Jack, reinforcing his commitment to compassionate care. The bond between them grew stronger with each passing day, built on a foundation of trust and mutual respect. One evening, as they talked, Tom shared a particularly poignant memory from his past. He spoke of a time when he had been a successful businessman with a family and a promising future. But life had taken a series of tragic turns, leading him to the streets. Jack listened with a heavy heart, understanding the depth of Tom's pain and loss. His compassion for Tom deepened, knowing that recovery was not just about physical healing but emotional as well. Despite the progress, there were still challenges ahead. Tom had good days and bad days, moments of strength and moments of doubt. But Jack was always there, offering support and encouragement. He knew that recovery was a journey, one that required patience and resilience. Jack's unwavering presence was a constant source of comfort for Tom, helping him navigate the ups and downs with hope and determination. Tom's growing strength was a source of inspiration for Jack. Seeing Tom fight to reclaim his life fueled Jack's own resolve. He knew that his compassion was making a real difference, not just in Tom's life, but in the lives of everyone who witnessed their journey. Jack's dedication was a powerful reminder of the impact one person could have when they chose to care deeply and act with kindness. The bond between Jack and Tom extended beyond the confines of the hospital. Jack often brought books and small gifts to lift Tom's spirits. These gestures of kindness were more than just tokens. They were symbols of Jack's commitment to Tom's well-being. Tom's gratitude was evident in every smile and every word of thanks. Jack's actions had given him hope, a lifeline he clung to as he fought to rebuild his life. As Tom's condition improved, he began to express a desire to give back. "I want to help others like you've helped me," he told Jack one day. This revelation filled Jack with pride and joy. He saw in Tom a reflection of his own dedication to making the world a better place. Jack's compassion had sparked a fire in Tom, igniting a desire to spread kindness and support to those in need. Tom's recovery journey continued to be a powerful testament to the transformative power of compassion. Jack's colleagues, once skeptical, now admired his dedication and the profound impact it had on Tom's life. The atmosphere in the hospital began to shift, with more staff members embracing the principles of empathy and care that Jack embodied. Tom's progress was a beacon of hope, a reminder that everyone deserved a chance at a better life. With each passing day, Tom grew stronger, both physically and emotionally. Jack's unwavering support was the foundation of his recovery. The bond they had formed was unbreakable, a testament to the power of compassion and kindness. Jack knew that their journey was far from over, but he was committed to seeing it through. He believed in Tom's potential and was determined to help him achieve a brighter future. As Tom prepared to leave the hospital, he and Jack shared a poignant moment. "I couldn't have done this without you," Tom said, his eyes filled with gratitude. Jack hugged him, replying, "You've got this, Tom. Keep believing in yourself." It was a moment of closure and a new beginning. Jack's compassion had not only helped Tom heal, but had also given him the strength to face the future with hope and determination. The day Tom was discharged from the hospital was bittersweet. Jack had grown accustomed to seeing him daily, sharing stories, and witnessing his remarkable progress. As Tom gathered his belongings, he turned to Jack with a mixture of gratitude and sadness. "I don't know how to thank you," he said, his voice trembling. Jack smiled, his eyes moist. "Just take care of yourself, Tom. That's all the thanks I need." Before leaving, Tom made a promise to Jack. "Your kindness won't be forgotten," he said, gripping Jack's hand firmly. "I'm going to make something of myself, and I'll make sure others know about the compassion you've shown me." Jack nodded, deeply moved. He believed in Tom's potential and was confident that he would find his way. Their farewell was filled with emotion, a testament to the bond they had forged. As Tom walked out of the hospital, Jack felt a sense of pride mixed with longing. He had poured his heart into helping Tom, and now it was time to let him go. Watching Tom leave, Jack couldn't help but reflect on their journey. It had been challenging and rewarding, filled with moments of doubt and triumph. Jack knew that Tom's departure was not the end, but a new beginning for both of them. In the days following Tom's discharge, Jack couldn't shake the feeling of emptiness. The hospital seemed quieter without Tom's presence. Jack missed their conversations and the sense of purpose he felt in helping him. However, he found solace in knowing that Tom was out there, starting a new chapter in his life. Jack's compassion had made a difference, and that thought gave him comfort. Tom's departure left a lasting impact on the hospital staff. Those who had once ridiculed Jack's efforts now saw the profound effect of his compassion. Tom's recovery had inspired many, changing the way they approached their own patients. Jack's unwavering dedication had set a powerful example, reminding everyone that kindness and empathy could transform lives. The hospital began to feel a little warmer, a little more hopeful. Jack continued his work with the same dedication and compassion that had helped Tom. Every patient was treated with the same respect and care, regardless of their circumstances. Jack's experience with Tom had reaffirmed his belief in the power of kindness. He knew that his actions could make a difference, one life at a time. Jack's compassion became a beacon of hope for many, inspiring others to follow his example. One afternoon, while on break, Jack received an unexpected visitor. It was Tom, looking healthier and more confident than ever. "I told you I wouldn't forget," Tom said, smiling. He handed Jack a small envelope. Inside was a heartfelt letter of thanks and a promise to pay forward the kindness he had received. Jack's heart swelled with pride and joy. Tom's visit was a reminder of the enduring impact of compassion. Tom shared with Jack his plans for the future. He had found a job and was working to rebuild his life. "I'm going to volunteer at a shelter," Tom said. "I want to help others like you helped me." Jack was deeply moved. Tom's transformation was a testament to the power of empathy and support. Jack's compassion had sparked a chain reaction, inspiring Tom to spread kindness and hope to others in need. As they parted ways again, Tom left Jack with a final message. "I wouldn't be here without you," he said, his voice filled with emotion. "You believed in me when no one else did. I'll always be grateful for that." Jack watched as Tom walked away, feeling a profound sense of fulfillment. His dedication had made a real difference, and that knowledge filled him with hope and purpose. The impact of Tom's journey rippled through the hospital. Staff members began to embrace a more compassionate approach, inspired by Jack's example. Patients felt the difference, receiving care that went beyond just medical treatment. Jack's unwavering kindness had set a new standard, transforming the hospital into a place of healing and hope. His work with Tom had shown that compassion could change lives in profound ways. Jack's life continued, filled with new patients and new challenges. But the memory of Tom remained a constant source of inspiration. Whenever he faced a difficult situation, Jack thought of Tom and the incredible journey they had shared. It reminded him of the importance of compassion and the power it held to transform lives. Jack's dedication to helping others never wavered, fueled by the belief that every act of kindness mattered. Tom's promise to Jack was not just words. He actively worked to help others, volunteering his time and resources to support those in need. Jack often heard stories of Tom's efforts, filling him with pride. Tom's actions were a living testament to the enduring impact of Jack's compassion. The bond they had formed continued to inspire and uplift, proving that kindness could create lasting change. As Jack reflected on his journey with Tom, he felt a deep sense of satisfaction. He had faced ridicule and doubt, but his unwavering dedication had made a profound difference. Tom's recovery and subsequent actions were a testament to the power of compassion. Jack knew that his work was far from over, but he was ready to face whatever came next. His belief in the transformative power of kindness was stronger than ever. Jack's story was a reminder that every act of compassion, no matter how small, had the potential to change a life. His journey with Tom had been challenging, but it had also been incredibly rewarding. Jack's unwavering dedication to helping others had made a real difference, inspiring those around him to embrace kindness and empathy. His story was far from over, and Jack was determined to continue making a difference, one life at a time. A few days after Tom's departure, Jack was unwinding at home, trying to enjoy a rare moment of peace. Suddenly, there was a knock at the door. Curious, he opened it to find a sharply dressed man standing there, exuding an air of quiet confidence. "Good evening," the man said, offering a polite smile. "Are you Jack?" Jack nodded, puzzled. "Yes, I am. Can I help you?" The man extended his hand, introducing himself as Richard. "I'm Tom's brother," he explained, his voice tinged with emotion. Jack's eyes widened in surprise. He had never heard Tom mention a brother. "Tom wanted me to thank you personally for everything you've done for him," Richard continued. "I've heard a lot about you, Jack. Your kindness has made a world of difference." Inviting Richard inside, Jack couldn't help but feel a mix of emotions. He was pleased to see Tom's family reaching out, but also curious about what had brought Richard to his doorstep. As they settled into the living room, Richard began to share more about their family. He spoke of their estrangement, the years of worry, and the relief at finding Tom safe and recovering. Jack listened intently, feeling a deep connection to their story. Richard's gratitude was palpable. "Tom's told me everything," he said, his voice sincere. "How you stood by him when no one else would. How you fought for his recovery, despite the ridicule and skepticism. You've done more than just heal his body, Jack. You've given him hope, and for that, our family is forever in your debt." Jack was moved by Richard's words, feeling a sense of validation for his unwavering efforts. As their conversation continued, Richard revealed more about Tom's past. He spoke of the successful businessman Tom once was, the series of unfortunate events that led to his downfall, and the years they spent searching for him. Jack felt a deep sense of empathy for their plight. He understood the pain of losing someone you cared about and the joy of finding them again. Richard's story resonated deeply with him. Richard's visit wasn't just a social call. He had a purpose. Tom wanted to thank you himself, but he didn't think that was enough, Richard explained. "Our family wants to show our appreciation in a more tangible way." Jack was taken aback. He had never expected anything in return for his kindness. His actions had always been driven by compassion and a desire to help, not by the expectation of reward. Richard handed Jack an envelope. Inside was a check, an amount that left Jack speechless. "We want you to have this," Richard said firmly. "It's a token of our gratitude to help you continue your incredible work." Jack was overwhelmed, struggling to find the right words. "This is too much," he finally managed to say. Richard shook his head. "It's not enough to repay what you've done for Tom, but it's a start. In addition to the financial gift, Richard extended an unexpected offer. "I own a private clinic," he said. "We're always looking for dedicated and compassionate professionals. I'd be honored if you'd consider joining our team." Jack was stunned. The opportunity was incredible, a chance to expand his impact and continue his mission of helping others. He felt a whirlwind of emotions, from gratitude to disbelief. Jack took a moment to gather his thoughts. "I don't know what to say," he admitted, feeling overwhelmed. Richard smiled warmly. "Just say you'll think about it. You deserve this, Jack. You've changed our lives, and we want to give you the chance to continue changing lives on a larger scale." Jack nodded, promising to consider the offer seriously. The visit had turned his world upside down in the most unexpected way. As Richard prepared to leave, he reiterated his family's gratitude. "Thank you, Jack, for everything. You've given us our brother back, and we can never repay you for that." Jack watched as Richard walked away, feeling a profound sense of fulfillment. His dedication to Tom had not only changed Tom's life, but had also reunited a family. Jack's compassion had created ripples that extended far beyond what he could have imagined. Jack sat down, the envelope still in his hand, reflecting on the unexpected turn of events. He had always believed in the power of kindness, but he had never anticipated such a tangible recognition of his efforts. The opportunity to work at Richard's clinic was enticing, a chance to continue his mission on a larger scale. Jack knew he had a lot to consider, but he felt a renewed sense of purpose and hope. That evening, Jack couldn't help but think about Tom and the journey they had shared. Tom's recovery had been a testament to the power of compassion and dedication. Now, with Richard's offer, Jack saw a new path unfolding before him. It was an opportunity to amplify the impact of his work, to reach more people in need of care and compassion. The future was uncertain, but Jack felt ready to embrace whatever came next. As Jack lay in bed that night, he felt a sense of peace and fulfillment. His journey with Tom had been transformative, not just for Tom, but for himself as well. The surprise visit from Richard had opened new doors, offering possibilities he had never dreamed of. Jack knew that whatever decision he made, his commitment to helping others would remain his guiding light. He was ready to face the future, filled with hope and determination. The following day, Jack couldn't shake the thought of Richard's visit. He replayed their conversation in his mind, particularly Richard's final words. Intrigued and somewhat nervous, Jack decided to follow up. He arranged to meet Richard at a nearby cafe, eager to learn more about the man and the extraordinary offer he had made. As Jack entered the cafe, he saw Richard already seated, a welcoming smile on his face. "Thank you for meeting me," Richard began, extending his hand. "I know yesterday's visit was a lot to take in." Jack nodded, taking a seat. "I wanted to hear more about your clinic and, of course, more about Tom." Richard's expression softened. "Tom is doing well, thanks to you. But there's a lot about our family that I didn't get to share." With that, Richard began to unravel the intricate tapestry of their past. Richard revealed that he and Tom had been close growing up, sharing a bond that was both unbreakable and deeply cherished. However, as they grew older, life took them in different directions. Tom had ventured into the business world, achieving great success, while Richard focused on expanding the family's medical legacy. Their paths had diverged, but the love and respect they held for each other remained strong. The rift had started when Tom faced a series of financial and personal crises. His business collapsed, and in the aftermath, he struggled with depression and substance abuse. Richard had tried to help, but Tom, feeling ashamed, distanced himself from his family. The years passed, and they lost touch completely. "I searched for him for years," Richard admitted, his voice heavy with regret. "I never stopped hoping we'd find him." Jack listened, deeply moved by Richard's story. He understood now why Richard had been so grateful for his compassion towards Tom. When we finally found him, I couldn't believe it, Richard continued. Hearing about the care you provided, the lengths you went to help him, it was like a miracle. You gave us back our brother, and for that, I will always be grateful. Jack felt a profound sense of connection to Richard's words. Richard then shifted the conversation to his clinic. Our clinic is dedicated to providing holistic care, he explained. We believe in treating not just the physical ailments, but also supporting the emotional and mental well-being of our patients. Your approach to caring for Tom aligns perfectly with our philosophy. Jack's interest peaked as Richard described the clinic's mission and the opportunities it offered. Richard's passion for the clinic was evident. He spoke of the dedicated team, the state-of-the-art facilities, and the innovative programs designed to support patients in all aspects of their health. Jack was impressed. It was clear that this clinic wasn't just a medical facility. It was a place where compassion and cutting-edge care intersected. The thought of joining such a team filled Jack with excitement and anticipation. As their conversation continued, Richard made an offer that left Jack stunned. I want you to lead a new initiative at the clinic, he said. We need someone with your dedication and compassion to spearhead our community outreach program. Jack was overwhelmed by the offer. It was a chance to expand his impact, to bring his philosophy of compassionate care to a broader audience. The possibilities were both daunting and exhilarating. Richard sensed Jack's hesitation and offered reassurance. You don't have to decide right away, he said gently. Take your time to think it over. But know that we believe in you, Jack. Your work with Tom has shown us what's possible when we lead with compassion. Jack nodded, appreciating the understanding and support. He promised to consider the offer seriously, knowing it was an opportunity that could change his life. Leaving the cafe, Jack felt a whirlwind of emotions. The revelation about Tom's past, the gratitude of his family, and the incredible offer from Richard were all weighing heavily on his mind. He knew he had a lot to think about. This new path was filled with potential, but it also meant stepping out of his comfort zone. Jack's dedication to helping others had brought him to this crossroads, and he was determined to make the right choice. That evening, Jack reflected on his journey. From his initial encounter with Tom to the deep bond they had formed, every step had been guided by his unwavering belief in the power of compassion. Now, faced with a new opportunity, Jack felt both excitement and trepidation. He knew that whatever decision he made, it had to align with his core values. Jack's journey was far from over, and he was ready to embrace the challenges ahead. Jack decided to take a walk, hoping the fresh air would help clear his mind. As he strolled through the park, he thought about the people he had helped, the lives he had touched. Each act of kindness had led him to this moment. Richard's offer was a testament to the impact of his work, a chance to take his mission to new heights. Jack felt a renewed sense of purpose, knowing that his journey was just beginning. Returning home, Jack made a decision. He would visit Richard's clinic, meet the team, and see firsthand what the opportunity entailed. It was a chance to explore a new path while staying true to his commitment to compassionate care. Jack knew that this was an important step, one that could shape the future of his career and the lives of those he would help. With a sense of determination, Jack prepared for the next chapter of his journey. The following week, Jack visited the clinic. He was greeted warmly by the staff, each person echoing Richard's sentiments of gratitude and admiration. As Jack toured the facility, he saw the potential for making a real difference. The clinic's approach aligned perfectly with his own values, and the opportunity to lead a new initiative was incredibly appealing. Jack felt a sense of excitement and possibility. By the end of his visit, Jack knew what he had to do. He accepted Richard's offer, ready to embark on this new journey. It was a chance to expand his impact, to bring his philosophy of compassion to a broader audience. Jack's dedication to helping others had brought him to this moment, and he was ready to embrace the challenges and opportunities ahead. His story was far from over, and Jack was determined to continue making a difference, one life at a time. Jack's decision to join Richard's clinic marked the beginning of an exciting new chapter. Stepping into the clinic on his first day, Jack felt a mix of nervousness and anticipation. The state-of-the-art facilities and the welcoming staff reassured him. He knew he had made the right choice. This was a place where he could truly make a difference, bringing his compassionate approach to a broader audience. The team at the clinic quickly embraced Jack, impressed by his dedication and experience. He was given the responsibility of leading the community outreach program, role perfectly suited to his strengths. Jack's first task was to assess the needs of the local community and develop initiatives to provide comprehensive care. His compassion and empathy guided every decision, ensuring that the program would make a real impact. Jack's approach to his new role was deeply personal. He remembered the struggles of patients like Tom and used those experiences to shape his work. He organized free health screenings, educational workshops, and support groups, all aimed at empowering individuals and improving their well-being. Jack's passion and commitment were infectious, inspiring his team to go above and beyond in their efforts. As the community outreach program took off, Jack saw firsthand the difference it made. Families who had previously lacked access to health care now received the support they needed. Patients expressed their gratitude, sharing stories of how the clinic had changed their lives. Jack's heart swelled with pride and joy. This was exactly what he had hoped for, to bring hope and healing to those who needed it most. Richard was deeply impressed by the success of the program. He often praised Jack's leadership and vision, acknowledging the profound impact of his work. "You've transformed this clinic," Richard said one day, his voice filled with admiration. "Your compassion and dedication have made all the difference." Jack felt humbled by the praise, knowing that it was the collective effort of the team that had brought about such positive change. The bond between Jack and Richard grew stronger as they worked together. Richard's respect for Jack's abilities was evident, and he often sought Jack's advice on expanding the clinic services. Jack, in turn, admired Richard's commitment to holistic care. Their partnership was built on mutual respect and a shared vision of providing compassionate, comprehensive health care to all. One of the most rewarding aspects of Jack's new role was seeing the long-term effects of the outreach program. Patients who had once struggled now thrived, thanks to the continuous support and care provided by the clinic. Jack's dedication to their well-being extended beyond just medical treatment. He fostered a sense of community and belonging. The clinic had become a place of hope, thanks to his unwavering efforts. Jack's journey had come full circle when Tom visited the clinic. Now healthy and thriving, Tom had become an advocate for the clinic's work. He shared his story with patients, offering hope and encouragement. "If it weren't for Jack," Tom would say, "I wouldn't be here today." His words were a powerful testament to the transformative power of compassion. Jack felt a deep sense of fulfillment, knowing that his work had inspired others to give back. The success of the community outreach program garnered attention from other healthcare professionals and organizations. Jack was invited to speak at conferences and workshops, sharing his experiences and insights. His story of compassion and dedication resonated with many, inspiring a new wave of healthcare providers to adopt a more empathetic approach. Jack's influence extended far beyond the walls of the clinic. As the years passed, Jack's impact continued to grow. He remained deeply committed to his work, constantly seeking new ways to improve and expand the clinic's services. His compassion and empathy never wavered, guiding him through every challenge and triumph. Jack's journey was a testament to the power of kindness and the difference one person could make when they led with their heart. Jack's dedication to his mission earned him numerous accolades and recognition. Yet, he remained humble, always crediting his team and the support of his patients. "It's not about the awards," he would say. "It's about the lives we touch and the hope we bring." Jack's humility and unwavering commitment to his work inspired everyone around him, creating a legacy of compassion and excellence. Richard often reflected on the day he had visited Jack's home, grateful for the turn of events that had brought them together. "You've changed more than just our clinic, Jack," he said during a staff meeting. "You've changed lives." Jack smiled, feeling a profound sense of satisfaction. His journey had been filled with unexpected twists and turns, but his unwavering belief in the power of compassion had guided him every step of the way. The future looked bright for Jack and the clinic. They continued to innovate and expand, reaching more people and providing even better care. Jack's story served as a beacon of hope and inspiration for all who knew him. His unwavering dedication to helping others had created a ripple effect, transforming countless lives and proving that kindness could indeed change the world. As Jack looked back on his journey, he felt a deep sense of gratitude. Every challenge, every moment of doubt, had led him to this point. His compassion had been the guiding light, illuminating the path to a brighter future. Jack's story was a testament to the enduring power of kindness and the profound impact it could have on the world. He was ready to continue his journey, fueled by the belief that every act of compassion mattered. Jack's story reminds us of the transformative power of compassion and the profound impact one person can make. His journey from a dedicated nurse to a leader in a holistic clinic is a testament to the enduring power of kindness. But stories like Jack's aren't just for the books. They happen every day, and the next story is just as compelling. Imagine a young woman named Maria, a homeless girl who stumbles upon the documents of a multimillionaire. What she asked for in return left everyone in shock and brought tears to many eyes. The story is heartwarming and filled with unexpected twists. If you're curious to find out more, click on the video appearing on your screen now. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and activate notifications to continue receiving the most moving and inspiring stories daily. Also, check out the fixed comment below for a link to buy me a coffee if you'd like to support our work and help us bring more emotional stories to you every day.